What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and today we're going to be talking about some exciting new updates coming to Modern Warfare 2, a Season 6 Halloween event, plus even more. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and also as a reminder, we got plenty of brand new articles going up over on dkdynamite.com, expanding on all the covers you're seeing here on the channel, just in the form of journalism. Detonated is, of course, a brand new outlet I founded to continue covering Call of Duty, just in the form of articles on the website or tweets over on Detonated's Twitter. But real quickly, let me know how you guys are feeling about Season 5 down below in this video's comments. I have another DMZ video planned for you guys in the next day and a half or so. I'm aware that DMZ didn't get all that much, let alone Warzone overall, but how are you feeling about the launch window of Season 5 thus far, especially when it comes to the multiplayer? Are you enjoying it more than previous seasons, or is there more to be desired? Again, the mid-season 5 update also is just around the corner. We'll be talking more about that in a separate video later this week. But the first thing I want to point out is that 4 new camos were actually found for MW2 and spotted in-game, both within the base game MW2 and even within Warzone Mobile, which was very odd. So again, this isn't a leak at all, but content that was visible inside of the actual game. So we have the Poison Rivers camo requiring 20 crouch kills. We have the Virulent Strain requiring 15 double kills, the Demise camo asking you to get 30 ADS kills, and lastly the Cemented camo asking for just 50 general kills. Now these camos can only be unlocked while using a specific DLC weapon, which is yet to release inside of Season 5. The Trello board just ended up confirming that the unlock requirements are tied to a certain weapon that won't be available until a future update. Now, based on how many glitches that have popped up for the M13C assault rifle, these camos are likely for that weapon, although it's also possible these camos are tied to the upcoming pistol, which is rumored to be the Staccato 1911, or the SMG, which is rumored to be the MP5 SD. It's gonna be one of those weapons, but like I mentioned before, because of all the bugs with the M13C assault rifle, which we now know is gonna be a part of the Shadow Siege MW3 event, we had a pop-up in-game confirming that you can unlock that weapon by doing a series of challenges in the MW3 live event. Considering that and the fact that M13C attachments are already available right now for the Chimera and even for the M13B, so it has me thinking that for whatever reason we're able to prematurely take a look at some M13C content, including these 4 camos, which again you can unlock using that specific DLC weapon, and then those camos will be available to use on every other weapon in the game upon unlocking them. Now I do hope that in the near future they find a way to just remedy issues like this so that Warzone Mobile isn't responsible for also leaking out new content for the base game, Modern Warfare 2. Again, these camos are visible in regular MW2, not just Warzone Mobile, but I'm hoping that not everything gets spoiled like this in the near future. But speaking of that Staccato 1911, funny enough, it was pointed out to me on Twitter that in the carry forward image that Activision posted in regards to the upcoming Modern Warfare 3 feature, you could actually see what looks like an unreleased pistol in that image, which looks exactly like the silhouette that we have on the Season 5 roadmap for an upcoming DLC pistol. So that's definitely the Staccato 1911, as you can see right there when you zoom into that. So they did a little bit of an oopsie and revealed an upcoming weapon a little bit too early, but nothing wrong with that at all. Again, this is an official image from the carry forward Q&A they went ahead and posted in a blog about a couple of days ago. I talked more about that in a separate video, of course, since we had a creator call last week talking all about everything that's transferring from this game into MW3. I know there were lots of questions about how exactly that's going to work. I answered them to the best of my ability in the comments of that video, and there was also plenty of great context provided in that blog post, which is also linked down below in this video's description. But considering the M13C is tied to the Shadow Siege MW3 event, which does release August 17th, this upcoming Thursday, it looks like either the 1911 or the MP5 SD, whatever that SMG is, are going to be tied to the classified Battle Pass sector, which opens up with Season 5 Reloaded at the very end of the month. So I'll keep you guys posted with which weapon that is going to be as a part of that sector. The other weapon's likely just going to release with a base challenge, and then of course available through bundles as well. Now there was a tweet put out by the COD UK account in which they went ahead and posted just a fun tweet about forming your own fantasy team using Task Force 141 operators or just MW2 characters in general. Now, there's only one character on this fantasy graphic that was made that actually isn't a playable operator, and that's the man himself, Rudy. So, Rodolfo was featured in the MW2 campaign and is also seen again in the Season 3 cinematic with Alejandro, so I think it's inevitable he'll end up being a playable operator at some point soon. I can bet that it'll probably be in Season 6, if not maybe in MW3 then, since he hasn't been killed off yet, and he is a pretty cool character that we saw quite a bit of already throughout MW2, and I think with that being said, they're going to end up throwing him in a bundle or something at some point in the future. Would have been cool if we got an additional raid episode that kind of took place in another part of the world featuring other characters that weren't in the main raid story, whether that be Alejandro, Rudy, Ghost, and Soap. Then you could have again had a free unlock or an actual bundle added for characters like Rudy, which I think would have been perfect, but I think they'll end up dropping him regardless before the end of this game's life cycle. We still have to get a follow-up anyway for for what's been going on with that narrative between Alejandro, Valeria. I know Rudy was also helping out there. So there's a whole plot going on with those people on top of the whereabouts of Ghost and Soap. And then on top of that, we have the ending of the raid and those implications with, what was it, Price, Farah, Alex. And that's kind of leading into what's going on with Graves and Shadow Company, Shadow Siege. There's quite a few narratives going on, especially with the ones in DMZ that are all kind of crossing over now towards the end of this game's life cycle, which again are likely going to set up the campaign for Modern Warfare 3. But with the launch of Season 5's patch, we also got some new information posted by the usual suspects on Twitter that, again, are always going to be digging through the files and finding new details. They went ahead and confirmed that a Season 6 is indeed happening, and the first thing I'll say is that that's not really a surprise considering there have been no indications that Season 5 is, for whatever reason, the last season. We know that Season 6 is meant to start in September according to the current in-game Battle Pass timer, and that's not really a surprise despite Vanguard only getting 5 seasons. Modern Warfare 2 has been a very successful game despite some of the controversies here and there, so why cut it a season short? Even though the original plan, at least from what it seems like a couple of months ago, was to have a post-launch story told across 5 seasons and then have 5 raid episodes, right? Clearly plans have changed. There's only been 4 episodes of raid, 5th one got canceled, and there's very clearly a season 6 coming. So they are stretching the story across 6 full seasons, not just 5 anymore. And it would have made sense if seasons 4 and 5 were extended quite a bit so that there's just a very small little period of time between season 5 Reloaded and MW3's launch where there's kind of nothing going on. But no, there's plenty of time being made to kind of line up with when season 6 happened for MW19 and even Cold War. But on top of that, the usual suspects did go ahead and confirm that a Haunting of Mazrah and Vondel event is indeed going to happen at some point later this fall, and apparently the event will feature ghosts, not zombies, similar to the last Verdansk Haunting event that we had a couple of years ago. So the first thing I'll say is that that's cool that we're going to end up seeing a Haunting event on both maps, not just one. I mean, I'm all for a Haunting of Mazrah, but a Haunting of Vondel also has me really intrigued because the map does play extraordinarily well, and it's probably the best Warzone map in years, if not one of the best, maybe even the best. You can leave your best bets down below in the comments. I think Vondel just plays very well in just about every game mode, so I'm really excited to see how they spice things up a bit by turning off the lights and kind of giving us an expansion to the Canals gunfight map, which of course takes place in Vondel, but at night. Now, I think it is a missed opportunity though if they don't go ahead and use actual zombies in the upcoming Haunting event, especially with the rumor that we're going to be getting an Outbreak 2.0 type of mode for MW3. Whether it's on disc or not, apparently it's a DMZ zombies hybrid type of mode. I think it's a cool opportunity to kind of segue into that and build up to that by having a zombies outbreak in Mazrah or Vondel temporarily for that Haunting event. I mean, that could also follow up on the Shadow Siege event happening in a couple of days. Maybe whatever that gas canister is that we're looking for does get used by Connie, and it somehow is connected to the zombie storyline in a way, creating another outbreak in some of our Warzone spaces. So hopefully they go with zombies, but if it's ghosts, so be it. It's still going to be a cool Haunting event nonetheless. Really looking forward to that. And to also build on that, if you guys are like, wait, what is going to be the crossover for this Haunting event now, right? Who will be the crossover operator to celebrate Halloween? Obviously with Modern Warfare 19, we got Jigsaw and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. With Cold War, we got Ghostface, which was really cool. Vanguard didn't get anything, which was sad. They could have been a cool opportunity for Michael Myers considering the release of Halloween Ends, the finale of the new trilogy. But this Halloween, we do have a couple of scary movies coming out. We have Saw X, and I'm a huge Jigsaw fan. I know we already had him in Modern Warfare 19, but I'll gladly take a Billy Puppet skin once again. We also have The Nun 2, which is probably too scary for casuals or kids that play COD. We also have Exorcist Believer, not sure how you could really tie that in. And we also have Five Nights at Freddy's, right? Not exactly a horror movie, but still a somewhat scary one. How crazy would it be to have a Freddy Fazbear operator skin inside of Call of Duty? Everybody would love that, but that's very unlikely, so I'm curious to see what they end up doing with some little crossover inside of our Haunting event. But leave your best theories and hopes down below in the comments as to who can cross over here. But the usual leakers have claimed that apparently there is a code name for an operator coming in Season 6 titled Mummy, so it's unclear if it's just a basic Mummy skin for a random operator. Is it a crossover with the actual movie The Mummy, or is it something else that we're just misinterpreting here? Who actually knows what that is? But apparently a Mummy type operator is on the way for Modern Warfare 2. Now, speaking of crossovers though, something I brought up briefly in a previous video, but I'll end this video with, is that apparently as an expansion to the 50 years of hip hop celebration, not only do we have Snoop Dogg and then we have Nicki Minaj coming soon and 21 closer to Season 5 Reloaded, but we're also apparently getting a Lil Jon operator. I'm wondering if that's scrapped content that got found by these leakers on Twitter, or if it is indeed confirmation that we're getting a Lil Jon operator at some point in Season 5 as an expansion to the current crossover. And then apparently there are blueprints that were discovered for Flavor. So that's going to be something that, again, I'm a little confused about right now, but it's probably going to make more sense closer to Season 5 Reloaded if they're going to expand on the 50 years of hip-hop celebration and add in more content, whether it's operators or blueprints from popular artists from the 80s, 90s, 2000s. That's something that has been found as of now and was posted on Twitter, so there could be more surprises on the way for our mid-Season 5 update. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the brand new updates that were found for Modern Warfare 2? How are you feeling about a Season 6 coming, a Halloween crossover, and some other celebrities? Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.